Okay, hi. I know a lot of people have asked me how to put on a wetsuit, so I thought I'd show you how I put it on. I think it's pretty easy once you kind of get used to it. So here's my wetsuit. The first thing I'm going to do is I've turned it inside out, and I'm going to take the arms and the legs and I'm going to thread them inside itself. So I do that by putting my arm down the arm. I'm going to hold on to the very edge, and then I'm going to pull it back in to about halfway. So I'll pull that in halfway. And luckily on my wetsuit there's these little black dots that show me where halfway is. So pull it back in till I get to black dot. Go. Do the same thing on the other side. Just putting my arm in, holding onto the bottom of the sleeve, and I'm going to pull it up to this black dot, which is about halfway. And that's up to that black dot. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the legs. So I'm reaching my arm down into the leg. One thing I always do before I do this is I trim my fingernails, so as I don't want to get it caught on the fabric, on the outside of the fabric. The inside of the suit you can grab onto, but the outside can tear really easily. So I've got this leg threaded up to the black dot and about halfway, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this leg. So I'm reaching down, grabbing it, and thread it up to about halfway. Okay, so now my wetsuit is ready to go. Make this arm just a little bit longer. Okay, and then I'm going to lay it down on the ground in front of me. The important thing to remember is to lay it down so that the zipper is down. Because later I'm going to just peel it onto my body, and so I want the part that doesn't have the zipper to peel right onto my tummy. So then the other thing I need to do is prepare my body. I use a product called Skin, and I just smear it all over. I make sure it's really heavy on my ankles and on my knees and on my wrists, and because when I go to take off my wetsuit, that makes it slide off a whole lot easier. More easily if you've got some kind of lubrication on. So I use this product called Skin that I really like. Okay, so now to get the wetsuit on, I've got 2 plastic bags. I'm going to put one over my foot, and I'm just going to slide. I'm just going to grab the wetsuit, and this part, the inside of the fabric, I can grab onto without having to worry about ripping it. So I'm just going to grab and just push my leg as far as I can into it. Okay, and then make sure that that foot's on the ground, and then I'll do the same thing with the other foot. So I've got, oops, brush the dirt off of there. Got my foot in the plastic bag, and I'm just going to push it down into the leg, pull that up as far as I can go. Okay, and then I'll make sure I'm not stepping on my wetsuit. Both feet are on the ground, and I'm just going to stand up, and I'm just going to peel the wetsuit up my body then. So little by little, I'm just pulling it up my legs, and hopefully when it gets all up, it'll be snug all the way up. I can pull on the inside of the suit. That fabric's tough. I'm just peeling it up my body, and then I get close to the top. I reach in the back and pull it up over my rear end. peeling it onto my body. Okay, so we're halfway on. Now, I always do a check to make sure that the crotch is all the way up. So if not, I can just pinch. You don't want to use your fingers or your fingernails on any of the outside fabric, so you just pinch the fabric and pull it up. My suit is about where I want it, so that's good. I always take my watch off before I put my arms in, because I don't want it to get stuck in there. And then I'm going to just pull the plastic bags off my feet, and then I'm going to use them on my hands. So I just put the plastic bag over my arm, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to push my arm as far as I can into this wetsuit to get the wrist to about where I know it's supposed to end up, and then I'm just going to lift up and peel this up my arm. So this, I usually end up with some creases in here, so that's where I really have to pinch using not the ends of my nails, fingers where my nails are. Just kind of pinch that up and then lift it up over my shoulder and just pinch it the rest of the way up. What I'm trying to do here is to give my shoulder as much material as possible so that my shoulders can swing easily. Okay, got that side in. Take this plastic bag off. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. I'll put it in the sleeve, pull the sleeve, my arm into the sleeve, make sure it's all laying down flat. And then I'm just going to peel that up. And again, I'm pinching the fabric and pulling it up. So if you have somebody to help you, my husband usually helps me pinch the fabric up, and we get as much of it onto my shoulder as possible, because that gives me a lot more freedom of movement. So we'd probably work with this for several minutes to really get all of the little creases out of there. Okay, now I'm going to lay the neck down. Okay, now, when I get my wetsuit on at this point, I'm usually feeling a little choky in here. So one of the things I like to do is I just grab it from the inside again, and I'll just bend over and pull it forward as I kind of squat down, trying to get that back up as far as I can. And this, if you're working with somebody else, this is a really good place for them to just reach in the back of your wetsuit and give you a little wedgie and pull it up, and pull your heels off the ground and just pull up, and then they too can work the back of the suit up over your shoulders. But if you're by yourself, you can just pull up and get that wetsuit up as high as you can. Okay, then the last part is to get your lanyard and pull the zipper up as far as you can get it. And there's a little Velcro piece in here, so you just Velcro that on the back, and then seal the back part of your suit. So I like to do some arm swings, just kind of to loosen up. And once you're in the water, and you get a layer of water in here too, if you go in the water to do a warm-up, that'll kind of move your suit around to where it fits you really well. So yeah, so my last step is to put my watch on. One of the things to be careful not to do is don't put your watch over your wetsuit, because that would make it impossible to get your wetsuit arm off. So I usually just fold my wetsuit back, and then I put my watch on where I want it. And then I fold the wetsuit down so that there's as little creases as possible. Yeah, so that's it. I'm ready to go. Just takes a little time, but it's, you get the wetsuit on, and right now, since I pulled my shoulders, I pulled all the fabric up over my shoulders, I'm not feeling choked. One other thing is, if you are feeling choked, remember that when you're swimming in the water, your head's going to be facing straight down or looking a little bit forward. So it's not like when you're standing on the ground and you're looking down and it chokes you here. So, to check it for how comfortable it is, make sure you're looking straight forward like you will be when you're swimming. Except when you're swimming, you're looking straight bottom. So, okay, that's it.